Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today, Sunday Funday.
Woo!
Sunday Funday.
Yay!
So what are we doing today for Sunday Funday? This was a request by Steve, or otherwise known as Mr. Happy69, as it said this.
I don't like this request.
Our friend from Scotland. So he wanted to have us try to do a scotch review. So I'm kind of curious. I didn't realize there was a disparity in color. So we ended up, this is our most expensive one. Comes in, I think it's like 9. Let me try to get you the proof. One of them I couldn't even find the proof on the thing. So this comes in at 94.8 proof. We got it for $159.99. And our least expensive one, this is 80 proof. It comes in at $13.99. This is the Bruichladdich, which is 100 proof.
Someone did recommend that, though.
We got this at $59.99. I remember liking it when we did it.
Steve.
And someone also recommended this one, Glenmorangie 12. And this is finished in a sherry cask, and this is $49.99. So I took like a few of our better ones, and then an outlier, because this was like the cheapest one. And I want to just see where it places.
Though I remembered, I didn't mind that one.
You didn't, and I wonder if that's why. So I want to see, drinking them like this, how much difference in flavor and taste. So regular mash mix-up rules. We're going to start on the left, work our way right. Take a break, start on the right, work our way left. And we'll see how far off and whether we're going to do more. And it's scotch, that's for sure. So Steve was funny when he emailed me, because he did tell me, hey, just set this up and don't tell Mike what they are. And see what I'm saying? So I thought it was pretty funny.
Figure that out in the first round.
I do appreciate the fact he comments all the time, and he asked for this.
He does.
We've never done a scotch one. No. So like
there's a reason for that.
I think we've only done one rye, too. We're due for another one of them, too. So
don't be pushing it.
I'm telling you, I won't do it back to back, but see, I don't mind his nose, though. Welcome to Scotland. I almost went there once. So excited to go, and then I backed out at the last minute. Because Ryan was little, and I didn't want the however many hour ride to be with a screaming kid.
Right? I don't think anybody really wants that. No matter where you're going, whether you're in a car or
he did okay when we went to Indiana, but he was still a real little baby. I was going to fly out
I'm
there.
not really...
I didn't mind this at all.
I did.
There's a nice sweetness with this one. There's a nice sugar presence in this one.
It's not... Also. I mean, obviously, it's definitely in Scotchland, but it's not, like, overpowering.
No.
I think I know where I'm at with that one, too, but...
Oh, well, there you go. You're better off than me. I'm not really sure yet. I'm going to have to drink them all next to each other and see if I can throw a guess out.
I seem to do better if I just wing it in the beginning.
You do. I'm not even gonna lie, because you.
And then if I stop listening to you, because then I don't have to flip flop, and then I usually do better. I don't know why that is. When I can't remember our blinds for shit. But.
Right. In this one, I will say there's definitely a difference in color, but I wanted to put this one in there because when I had it last, I really remember liking it. In fact, my buddy who's a Scotch guy never had it, and he came over and went right to his local liquor store and said, "You need to order me this now. I need it." So. See, that one brings a little bit more to the table right there. It was way more malty on the flavor on that one,
but it's not overpowering.
No, but it finishes with a nice sweetness on the end of this one too.
I don't know.
This one brings more flavor to me.
These are pretty close.
This one brings a little bit more flavor, but I'm gonna edge that just a smidge over what I
maybe
liked on
go
one.
Edge, but I'm not sure. That's.
I'm gonna have to see when I come back. Do I like that extra amount of flavor, or did I like the other one better? You know what I mean? But doing this, I didn't mind it at all.
That one may be. It seems like that might have a little more proof to that one too.
No, I didn't think it proof. I thought there was the flavor really stuck on your tongue.
It probably does. It probably does have a little more, a little extra. But I'm not disappointed. Shockingly,
I'm gonna say, yeah, you didn't hate either one of them. Is where you're going?
Yeah. See, this one's got that ultra nose.
I'm almost getting almost like a woody nut, like on this one. Let me try this out.
This has a totally different flavor. But again, not
way more intense flavor.
It is.
It brought way more up to the table around that one.
It does. Do I like it better? That's the question, I guess.
That's tricky. Because there's a funny thing for all you Scotch drinkers. You can leave a comment down below because I when my buddy comes over and he usually does, he'll drink Scotch a lot of times.
I'm almost going to have to. This is right there too.
When he tried one of the higher proof Scotches, he's like, "No, that's too hot for me. I don't like it. I like my Scotch at a certain level." So is that a thing for most people? I was curious because I actually do like it turned up a little bit. I think this one right here, I think is almost giving me a hug. Like it had a lot more.
Right now, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. Bite the hair of your chinny chin chin.
No, I'm with you. Actually, I'm with you. As much as I thought I was going to like one more than all, I'm not disagreeing. We'll see when we come back.
Totally different. Don't mind me for a second.
Oh, I can almost guess what this one is. I don't even smell Scotch on this one.
You don't smell Scotch.
No. That is the tamest of all of them. Like flavor-wise, that's the tamest of all of them.
Not nose-wise.
Interesting. You sure you poured these right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the weakest nose out of all of them to me.
Oh, this has got the worst taste too. This one's way back. I'm not happy with this one.
I hope you poured these right.
I'm so confident. I'm like Santa Claus. I checked this list 3, 4 times.
No, I know I didn't switch them wrong. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to cleanse our palate.
That one's going to the back.
I don't mind it. It's just, compared to all the flavors I was getting out of the other 3, this is definitely the weakest in flavor to me.
I think this might have the most proof, though.
He's broken, folks. I almost made it. I almost made it the whole year. All right, we'll be back. We are back. So we're going to start on the right, work our way left. I got to say that, though, this is more interesting than I thought it was going to be because I thought it all tasted the same, and none of them taste the same.
That's a fact, Jack.
No, because
this one stood out like a sore thumb.
I just didn't think I was going to get...
This one, of anything, this is like your dirty Band-Aid operation.
I can see that. Actually, now that you say that, I can see that. I know where you're going with that.
This is the most medicinal
of them all.
Flavor that I don't like of
I think I'm drinking 100 Pipers. That's me personally. He thinks it's more proof. I think I'm getting 100 Pipers in this one.
I can't see my own writing. I think this is the classic Laddie.
And I only say that because this has the least amount of flavor out of all of them that I remember. Now we're going this way, so it could possibly change. But this has the least malty flavor. The least.
Bullshit. This is classic Laddie. And I think I said I tolerate it, but
the funny thing is, I think Classic Laddie might be right up there with one of the best ones that I'm going to like today. That's why I think it's funny. I'm going to be way off on it. We have no idea what we're drinking.
And this
again, I don't know.
Fucking with me saying, "Look at it, do a scotch for Sunday Funday."
No, it was requested.
Yeah,
honestly,
requested.
I really wanted.
Right now, I'm not happy with Mr. Happy 69.
I actually wanted to see because I always.
That's not jumping.
When you drink one here and there, you really can't get the difference of
what's
them.
The
you really can.
Is there a proof? Do you remember?
I think this is 80.
No,
sorry, 100. I know that one's 100. Mm-hmm. That's 100 proof. If that's the Classic Laddie, that's definitely the least flavorful one that I remember drinking.
That's my pick right there.
We're going to go on to glass number 3.
What is nose?
I wasn't sure I was going to be able to pull out differences between them, but you really can. You really can.
Yes, you can.
As soon as that hits your mouth, that's way more sugar. You get way more sugar flavor than the first one's dry and bitter. This one brings a lot more of a sugary.
I can go with bitter. There's something in there
Yeah.
just like
Oh no, the
throws
first one
it
is,
over, and I have that. This one's easier.
It has a lot more sugar. It has
Not
a lot
even-
more
not even
viscosity.
proof-wise
This was
easier.
water-esque. In with
see,
a
I gotta
this
hit
one
with that.
Oh, see, and this one to me is way more sugar-esque. It brings a lot more of the candy flavor.
Which keeps it to the calmness.
Keeps it, yeah, and it mellows it out a lot more.
my
So
brain.
it doesn't make it.
I didn't even make it through one cycle. I'm already burping this all the way home. Yay!
We have a monsoon going on today, so if you hear the rain in the background, I apologize. I like that way better than the fourth one. For
There's
sure.
no
way better.
So it wasn't just me.
No.
That is the whole. This is almost reminds me of like when we started with the Inver House and all those. It's
Oh, I don't get the medicinal. I really blame this one as lack of flavor. Honestly, I think this one has the least amount of taste for me. It's not bringing
all right, I'm off to 2.
Zero-
We're gonna
zero-
make this short and sweet.
zero
I'm
complexity. in
suffering
that
as
one.
short as possible.
Oh, I like the nose on this one. This one carameled
this
up
is-
hard. There's a super sweetness in the front.
I went sugary, yeah, but caramel will work.
This one definitely has more of a caramel
This
nose.
by far has the best nose.
With it actually, I'm getting a hint of the fruit too.
I could almost even mistake this. This one wins right now as far as nose.
No, so this one brought a lot of them out, but the complexity of flavor.
This one-
it has
I'm edging this one up.
a middle flavor in the middle,
Yeah.
and then it comes with a nice fruit at the end. This is hands down my favorite flavored one. Like there's actually a ride with this one
There might even be like a oaky, like in the end.
at the very end. Yep. So you get like a sugary sweetness
Yeah.
with a
this
hint of
changed
hint
day
of
and
a-
night.
Yes.
and this is going to come back.
Yep.
This one's going to come back. This one's going to come back. I'm putting this one up.
No, this is a ride for me. I actually like that a lot. I think the only question I'm going
I
to have is
can
between 1 and
call it.
3.
I
Honestly,
can tolerate that.
I like that. one.
Not that.
It's not your jam. I get it.
Yep.
I do get that. But that is the best ride so far.
It
That
is.
brought a nice
It's-
sugary
and it's-
sweetness with a little caramel in the middle and
I don't
like a
really
little.
have. I don't think I have a scotch. I think I brought them all over here, and we did them, and they never brought them back.
He left them here and I killed them. Yep. Let me change. Wow. What the heck happened to this one? Now, one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this was because one of these bottles is very expensive, and I was hoping it was going to stand out on its own.
If you go according to my list, it's not really standing out on its
No,
own.
but like, you know the funny thing when you smell this one, I'm not getting a lot of scotch. I might have to change my mind. I'm not getting a lot of scotch. I'm getting like the old $15 bourbons we did in the beginning without a shell.
You're getting scotch here, but it's not.
It's not banging with
It's
any
not
kind
as
of
bad
a
as this
flavor.
one. See, that's pretty easy.
I think this
I'm
might
almost-
beat 100 Pipers now. What the hell could this one be then?
This is all right. I'll give you my list. I think we have 100 Pipers, Glenmorangie, Orphan, and that's Bruichladdich.
All right, we're gonna take a minute to knick-knack. I
only have to knick-knack two, I think.
I know.
One and
but
three is
There's
really
a couple.
I have to
I have to do these 3 because I'm torn now because I was convinced this was.
This is pretty nice to me. I don't mind this.
So that's why I'm thinking it might be the other one. So we'll be back in a minute.
His knick-knacking.
I really do. We are back, and once again, we do not agree. I should say we almost do. Our first 2 we agree on. Our second 2 we do not. So, thank you again for the suggestion because this
I'm not
was
gonna
actually.
thank you.
I am because this was actually very good.
It is.
This was tough.
It's outside my wheelhorse.
It
of
is.
liking, and it's.
Which puts me in my happy place
yeah,
over here.
great.
So,
We'll
all
do,
right.
we'll do this once a year. Let's put that up. Today's what, the 27th?
We have other
Every
ones over there,
27th.
so-
We That's like
I 100%
crazy.
changed my mind. Not that it matters what I think I'm actually drinking, but I think glass number 1 is actually the 100 Pipers now. I think glass number 2 is Glenmorangie. I think glass number 3 was the Classic Laddie, and I think glass number 4 was Orphan Barrel. That's my guess.
And I'm going 100 Pipers, Glen, Orphan, and this is the Classic Laddie.
Doesn't matter what we think they are. It's 100% a guess, but
Right, it is
this
a guess,
is
'cause
where it comes in.
I'll be honest, since we've opened these, I don't think I've touched them.
And I have, but I never drank them back to back like this. It
I
changes
have not.
everything. It 100% changes everything.
Yeah.
Because I've had samples with friends of mine that like them and
Yeah, but you're
stuff.
sitting here and you can stay with that or whatever. You know what I
Right.
mean? If I have one, I'm not going to start with that because
No, but
like
that's what I mean. Like I
it's
don't.
going to screw up everything.
Every
else.
once in a while, I'll do it as a drink of a night or something like that. But then I'll change off. So, anyways, we're gonna go with Mike's lineup because it's different than mine. But I'm gonna go with his. So Mike's last place barrel, which is what we had in glass number 4. So that was my third place. And glass number 4 is what you poured in glass number 1.
Bruichladdich.
Oh, so you were actually right. So that came in third for me, fourth for you. So what came in glass number 3 for Mike, and it was fourth place for me. What was what in glass number 1? So that's what you poured in glass number 4.
100 Pipers.
I got that one right, finally.
So that's third.
I can't believe the one with the least amount of. Well, no, this was the least amount of flavor. That was the second least. All right, that's cool. So,
I was even torn. My glass 1 and my glass 4. I almost like the ease of glass 1 prior, but there's a lot more.
Over 3, you mean?
There is more flavor in 3. Maybe not all my favorite flavors, but 3 did have a lot more flavor than 1, and that's the only reason because I was leaning 1 towards.
I really thought that was Bruichladdich. So, but that's fine. So our third place glass it was actually, sorry, our second place glass was what was in glass number 3. I am really massacring this today, so I apologize. And it's what you poured in glass number 2.
2 was the Orphan.
That it had to be. So our actual winner today is what was in glass number 2, and it's what you poured in glass number 3, which happens to be, and I kind of had a feeling after I looked at them too, is Glenmorangie, correct?
That was my second. That was my second pour. Yes.
Yeah, it was in glass number 3.
That'd be here. That's glass number 3 is not here.
It's killing me. It's what you poured in glass number 3. Yes, Glenmorangie. I'm looking at his notes.
Yeah.
Thank God I can read.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already put it first. Yes. Okay.
All right.
I don't like
he
his-
just scared me. I wanted to go all the way through it to make sure we went through all the stuff. This was actually unfair. I didn't realize it because this isn't a finished barrel.
It is in a
and
finish,
it
and I
really
think that
does bring
it did
way more
jump
stuff.
out.
In hindsight, I should have grabbed my doers and my stuff. But my main thing was trying to find out. So for me, 100 Pipers was dead last, and for me, it come in third for you, right? So I'm gonna have to write this all down.
I did actually even put it down.
Try to figure out on that. My biggest thing was this being that much more money, you would think would rise to the top, and it just didn't. That was my biggest.
I told you I was torn between
Yeah.
1 and 3, and that's 100 Pipers and Orphan.
So those were the
So
two. You went through those two.
I'm what 18, whatever this was,
Yeah, $13.99, I think.
13 to 160.
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. So that was my main goal for doing this, and was A, to fulfill the request that we had, but B, to see, you would think this would rise to the top because it's that much more money, but it just
then-
doesn't.
Steve, you're a Scotsman. You can let us know if. I'm sure he's going to tell us that's.
No, I hope he does. I hope he does. We could be 100%. This is our taste, and again,
absolutely.
unfortunately, that's what it is when it comes.
And it's
to
not my favorite taste.
And the
so
good thing
it's a
is,
tough one.
it's all blind, so we have no idea what we're drinking, other than the fact that one did stand out, but it was hands down the most flavorful. The Glenmorangie.
and nose wise, it did. It carried everything, and so did Bruichladdich though.
The funny thing is, with
I think
Bruichladdich, I
said-
actually thought that had the least amount of flavor on the way this way, and it changed on the way back. Like it tastes the most water-esque.
That one stood out right off the bat.
That's weird too, because when my buddy Chip did it, he said the same thing. He's like, "Don't like that one. That one's too harsh for me." And that's funny because I don't get that reaction from it. But
Is that the most proofy one?
it is.
It's, I don't know. There was something in that.
It is. It's the highest
Carrying
proof
all
one we
the
had.
other flavors.
So, well, there you go. If you like the Scotch ones, leave a comment down below because Mike loves doing them. So we only have a handful more Scotch left, anyways. But we.
I can tell Mike's not going down a Scotch aisle anytime soon.
I did appreciate doing this one because it
I will.
definitely.
If somebody says
well, we
something,
have a couple
we'll
more in the Santa sack that I had bought anyway. So that being said, there's a Sunday Funday. If you have a future,
this nose is by far
it's
the best.
hands down was my favorite when I drank them all anyway. So when you if you do have a future Sunday Funday you're interested in seeing, leave a comment down below. We gladly try to put them out. I'd rather put yours out than ones that I make up myself. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more.
Subscribe.
Cheers.
Subscribe. That was a tough one.
That is my favorite. That brings so much sweetness and I actually get a lot of fruit in that one.